Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here. Back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to Saturday night's main event. It was alright. It was like, I will keep it real with you. It was like a Monday Night Raw, but with like extreme. It was like a Monday Night Raw with pay-per-view matches. That's what this was. This was a Monday Night Raw with pay-per-view matches. And don't get me wrong, they were good matches. They were all good matches, but too predictable. They were all predictable. So I give my rating at the end, but this shit was too predictable for me personally.
The return of Saturday night's main event. This felt like the classic version as opposed to the reboot in 2006. They had plenty of respect for the old one and it showed. A show with many title defenses and felt more big time than any of the episodes from 2006 to 2008. There was a lot of things that were different here. The ropes, the logo, the referee, and of course Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura returned to the show for the first time since 1990 if I recall. He came back with his old attire, with the voice, and there was plenty of charisma to show from him here. It was very authentic and I really respected it because it felt like WWE worked hard to do it. They had the digital apron and the turnbuckles and stuff like that, but for the most part it was good. Even Pat McAfee came back for commentary. This one was exciting and I thought to myself, why not make a video out of it? Alright, with that said, let's get into it. The first match on the show is between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. Drew made a sudden return 2 weeks ago and just went after Zayn. I do wonder how things will be for these two when it comes to WrestleMania because they're major talent, they're big stars, but they're not at the top. They're like tier 2. Similar to Kevin Owens, he had a problem with anyone associated with the bloodline. Now this one was a quick sprint. They had a commercial break unfortunately, but they quickly went at it. Did the back and forth high spots. They got the crowd really into it for only a few minutes. It felt like a 5-minute match without commercials. It was back and forth, near falls, the signature moves, whatnot, but it just ended with Drew McIntyre hitting the Claymore. Solid match. I do wish they had more time to do something here, but it was never going to be more than that because of the fact that it's a TV special.
Facts. I wish they did get this one a little more time, but they was pressed for time. That's another thing too. The pacing of every match was a little too quick for me. I wish they could have slowed them down. I wish we could have gave everybody at least a 20-minute match, but understandably so, this is only going to be for like 2 hours. So it's like, we got to do what we got to do here. Actually, I think it was like an hour and a half, but we got to do what we got to do here.
It's not a pay-per-view event, so what we got was good enough. Drew managed to eradicate Sami Zayn, beat him here, and show that his mission is coming to fruition. What's the mission I'm talking about? The mission to eradicate anyone associated with the bloodline, to rid WWE of its cancer. The next match was for the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan defended the title against Io Sky. So Io Sky is back at the forefront once again as the #1 contender to the Women's World Championship. Honestly, heading into this one, I didn't expect much from it because of the fact that it feels like it's just a way to bolster the show. I didn't really think much of it. Once again, they didn't really have a lot of time, as you could see. They didn't have the introductions, they didn't have the title introductions there. They just went.
Once again, this match suffered from too much. Because this was good too. This was a good match too, but it suffered from just like, we got to get it. We got to keep the ball rolling. We got to get up out of here. It's like, yo, I would prefer. A lot of these matches just need a little time because they was cooking. They was cooking, but the it's like they go to commercial break, they come back, and then you got like you probably got like 4 or 5 minutes before you got to wrap this shit up.
Went at it. Io was explosive here. She was a high flyer. She was doing well initially. Once again, this was a quick match which highlighted Io Sky's aerial skills. She was pretty dominant, I'd say, for 70% of the match, with Liv responding with some more impactful moves. They did good with the time they had, and it was also one of Liv Morgan's more convincing wins because she ended up winning it super clean. They actually put her over here strong. Him and her beat Io Sky. Rhea Ripley then came out after the match teasing what's to come later on. I think at this point it's clear what's going to happen by the looks of it. It really looks like Rhea Ripley's going to reclaim the title just in time for Netflix or the Rumble. Only time will tell which one's going to be, but at this point, yeah. I'd put it at like 99%. She's going to win the title. The next match is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther defends the gold against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. So by the looks of it, Gunther's been pressed by Damian Priest. He's been like, you're not the same guy you were when you were Intercontinental Champion. And it seems like he's taken that to heart. Finn Balor, he's in here because it's one of those occasional title shot things, I guess. We don't really expect him to win here, but we'll see. Now this one, I wish they would have been longer, really. Damian Priest was so exciting in his role here as the face. He had a lot of energy from the crowd and of course himself. He was intense. He's dropping everyone in sight. It was so good. It was so good for what it was, which was a short match, a triple threat match. It was Priest just beating them up until Gunther decided to become angry. They did tease like Finn Balor potentially winning it with the coup de grace, but we all know it wasn't gonna happen. Good match though. It's just like I don't have much to say about them because they last about 7 minutes. There's just not much because they go from the beginning, they skip the middle phase and go to the bigger spots. That's what it is. You know, like I wish it was a bit longer, but like there's not much to say about it. Gunther was good here. Priest was the man of the match though. That's one thing for sure. Damian Priest was the best wrestler in this match. He wanted the old Gunther, he got him. He dropped him on the steps, went after Balor, wrapped it up with a power bomb, and retained the title. There it was. I do wonder what's next for Gunther. People say John Cena, but only time will tell. So we'll see. The next match was for the Women's United States Championship. Chelsea Green faced Michin. So WWE's finally decided to bring a mid-card Women's Championship. It is a good thing, but it's always up to them to actually go with it. We've seen how they've done with new titles. They make a lot of titles and sometimes those titles don't work out so well. With this one, it's kind of an easy one, but I'm looking closely. That's all I'm gonna say. Both women won their tournament matches to reach the final. Chelsea Green's been a bit popular recently with the fans. As a heel, by the way. Many people wanted her to win this tournament. This was a basic match. Piper Niven got involved a bit. Chelsea was massively
I will say this. They wanted Chelsea Green to win this so bad. The crowd was like, they was booing old girl for like every time she was getting the advantage, they would boo her like, boo, no, we don't want you to win. We want Chelsea Green to win. And when Chelsea Green won, it was like, all right. I'm one of the few people that was like, all right, bro. It's like, all right, this is too predictable here. Like I thought at least this is the one where you could have did a swerve, because I know they're not taking the title off Liv. We know they're not taking the title off Gunther. We know they're not taking the title off Cody. So the least you could have did here was pull a swerve and let old girl win the title instead, and have Chelsea fight for it at a pay-per-view and get it there. But too predictable here. Way too predictable.
Over with the crowd. That's one thing to mention here. She had some of the biggest reactions in the entire show, and that's saying something. But the match itself is just there, you know, basic stuff. And this is me personally. I think I had an idea of who's winning, judging by the entrance. Chelsea Green, there was something about her. It felt like she was gonna win it. That's actually what ended up happening. She won it with a super unpretty her from the corner. She managed to fool Michin and win the title here. I kind of personally wanted Michin to win here because for a random title reign, yeah, but I didn't think it should be for the first one. Most people aren't gonna agree with that, but who cares? Chelsea Green actually deserves it. She deserves it here. She's one of the more popular women's wrestlers in WWE. She's obviously going to be featured more often, so maybe that's why it played a part into why she won the title, because she's usually on TV every week. But we'll see how it goes. I just hope WWE actually books the women's mid-card title as well. It's very simple. They got talent. Some talent doesn't win the world titles. They could win the mid-card titles. Hell,
it's good for right now, but we'll have to see how they go about it. Because if you start because eventually Jade is going to have to go after that. Eventually, you're going to have to put Jade in that situation. You're going to put Naomi in that situation. You're going to have to put a couple of upstart NXT girls that's going to get the call up to be put in that situation. So you got it. So I feel like whichever brand has the most like undercard, has like the most talent wise, has like the most talent women wise, I feel like that's the mid card title that's going to succeed more. The one that doesn't have the most women's talent on the on the show, I feel like that's the one that's going to suffer. So it's going to have to be a balance. They're going to have to balance it out with women on Raw and women on SmackDown, and not just have bodies there. You don't want to turn this into the 24/7 championship, but you want to at least make it to where you have women with star power, women that get over with the crowd. So if you're going to make this mid-card title work, you have to make sure you have the right people on the roster. Not just anybody, not just some jobbers that's been in the back and catering, waiting for an opportunity to shine. No, put women that are actually going to do things. If you are going to take some jobbers and try to put them in here, at least get them a couple of wins, have them move up the ranks a little bit before they start getting involved with this mid-card title. Because I don't want to see jobbers just winning this title because they haven't been on TV in a while. That's not fair. So if we got to do this, we got to do this right. We got to balance this out somehow, some way. Got to balance it out with the right amount of talent for both Raw and SmackDown because I know Raw. I know they doing the Intercontinental Women's Championship on Raw right now. So if they go do it like that, it has to be a balance. Like right now, SmackDown got pretty much all the big names right now: Bianca, Jade, Naomi, Bailey. They got all the names over there that can help with that mid card. That can help this mid card title get prestige. Over on Raw side, I can't say the same thing. But when you got somebody like Io Sky, when you got somebody like Rhea Ripley, who I'm pretty sure they're never gonna put in that mid card scene, but when you got people over there like that, you know, it could work. It couldn't. It might not work. It depends. But we'll just have to see.
Hell, even some of the main eventers could come down and win these belts, but we'll see how it goes. I just hope it goes well. And the main event, Cody Rhodes defends the WWE Championship, the undisputed WWE Championship, against Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens has taken this whole betrayal thing to heart. At least that's what he feels like, because to Cody Rhodes, it doesn't feel like it's about betrayal. He's been hating on the Bloodline ever since they formed because he's been a major victim of them, similar to Drew McIntyre. Rhodes obviously responded with some personal shots towards KO, and both men are quite reasonable in their approaches. Although in storyline, Kevin Owens is the one that's going too far. Now this one had been hyped up for weeks up to this point. I was excited for this one because at the end of the day, we saw a great match with them at Bash in Berlin, but that was without the intensity that KO has now. KO has much more intensity now that he's a heel, so I was optimistic heading into this one. I thought it was going to be good. The Winged Eagle is back for one night only, and man, seeing that title again was so good. It's obviously
They should make this permanent, bro. Make this the permanent title again. Why are we doing this for just one night? Fuck that WWE title. That WWE title been ass. Ever since The Rock debuted that shit back in 2013, that shit been ass. I'd rather y'all go back to the spinner belt, if that's the case. Fuck out of here.
obviously not the original, but who cares, bro? Just the image of the Winged Eagle belt is nice. I low-key wish they make it a staple of Saturday night's main event from here on. We could hold the title during the episode. I think that would be cool, but it ain't no big deal. It's good to see it once again. Now, this match was very short once more. It had a little more time compared to the others. We saw Owens wrestle very aggressively here with a lot of intensity. One thing I did notice here was that the ankle wasn't a main story. It wasn't that much of a big deal here. So basically, the commentary and storyline overestimated the ankle injury. It looked much better. That's what it is. But I actually thought it would be a bit of a story here. It wasn't. Nonetheless, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens had a good match here. I enjoyed it. There was a nice RKO on the announce table. Orton's remembering Randy Orton with that one. But they really wanted to protect KO here. The ending. The ending which saw him take a Crossroads on a steel chair he brought in. And of course, Jesse the Body Ventura was complaining on commentary, being like, he used the chair. He cheated.
I love Jesse's commentary. Jesse Ventura's commentary is much needed in the WWE because it's so logical. He makes so much sense. There was a moment where Cody did like a scoop power slam on some Randy Orton shit. He did like a scoop power slam, and he was just there like, what? Why is he not going for the pin? Why is he not going for the pin? I'm just sitting there like, yeah, why is he not going for the pin? He's trying to get energy from the crowd. It's like, screw the crowd, get the win. I was like, yeah, get the win. This don't make no sense. You about to lose. But I digress. So yeah, there are some, yeah, he was making the most sense in this one, bro. Yeah, for sure.
Also, I thought it was funny how on the YouTube feed, which is where I watched it, they were giving points off script about what they should be saying after the commercial break. I don't even know how they didn't get ahead of that, but it took them about 2 minutes. It was glitchy, it was funny. Cody retained the title with that dirty finish, which again was a bit out of place with his character, but goes to show you how much he hated Kevin Owens. He retained the belt here. I didn't think it was a surprise that Cody Rhodes would retain. A lot of people have been talking about KO potentially winning here, but once the day of the show came, I didn't think there was a chance. I just didn't. They're obviously going to prolong this feud with the finish. That was good stuff, but again, very short. I do wish to see more of these two in the future because they had some good matches together, as evident by today. The KO and Cody story is definitely continuing. KO absolutely annihilated and destroyed him after the show.
Oh yeah, the after stage foot. They should have just put this on the show at the end instead of them just going off the air and then they doing this shit again. Where they got the clearly they got cameras from WWE employees, but they trying to make it seem like, oh, these were fans that uploaded this stuff. It's like, no, stop doing shit like this. Stop trying to make it so realistic, bro. Show this shit at the end of the show, bro. Stop taking the show off the air and then giving us this shit exclusively later on YouTube and Twitter. Stop doing that, bro. It's getting on my fucking nerves because I'm not finna go to Twitter after this. I'm not gonna be, well, I'm gonna be on YouTube, but I'm not gonna go to Twitter after this just to see what's going on. I don't care, bro. I just want to see the product and go to bed. That's it. Come on, dog.
Even held the title, got physical with Triple H. It's been intense. And honestly, this is the thing. If they're gonna continue the feud, it has to end with Kevin Owens winning the title at least once. That's
Facts.
the thing. I don't think they'll do it because Cody Rhodes is number one, but logically, with the way the story is going, Kevin Owens somewhat has to win that title because he's going to lose 3 matches in a row. He probably will, though. I must say, he probably will lose 3 matches in a row, but if they're going with it, again, I think he should win the belt. All right, that's Saturday night's main event. Good event. Very short. You know, the matches were short, but man, I had a lot of fun with this event. It was very good. It didn't have any surprises, barring the Chelsea Green match, which wasn't a surprise. It's just the fact that there's a new champion crowned is always a good thing. Other than that, I had fun with this event. It was nice. It was entertaining. The only thing I did ask was longer matches, but you're not going to get that from a 2-hour show, especially a show on NBC. You know, they're going to pace it very differently for the NBC viewers. And for the fact that it's on a different network, they're not.
Yeah, NBC was playing way too many commercials, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm talking about, they don't do that, and they don't even do that for football. Football, they do like 2-3 commercials and get you right back into the action. This shit right here, they had you going, they damn near was going like 4 to 5 minutes on advertisements, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all can't be doing this, bro. Y'all don't even do this for football. Football be like 2-3 commercials, we back in the game. Nigga, by the time we came back, the match was pretty much about to end. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, yo, like NBC, bro. Come on, bro. If we gonna do Saturday night main event again, we gotta get NBC to slow down on the advertisements and commercials, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. We sitting through like 4 or 5 minutes of just pure fucking commercials, bro. Like, come on, Doug. I'm not trying to sit through all this bullshit, bro. Just get back to the fucking show.
I'm used to it, but I enjoyed it. I had fun with this event. It was good. So yeah. All right, what you guys think of Saturday night's main event? Please comment down below. And that's the first video. Make sure you hit the click.
I'm gonna give this show a B minus. I'm gonna give it a B minus. Like I said, if the matches were a little bit longer, they could have cooked. They could have cooked because these were good matches. Every match was good, but they were just too quick. So I'll give it a B minus. But yeah. If the matches went on a little longer and everybody got like 15 to 20 minutes and we didn't have to sit through 5 minutes of fucking advertisement, I think these could have been this could have possibly been like an A minus or A at best. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.